The best example that I could think of is my current favorite player, Russell Wilson, which he isn't too dissimilar to Brett Favre, except for the whole, not throwing interceptions things. But in general, they both make backyard plays, and that's probably what drew me to them, and also their competitiveness. Now, when Russell Wilson played against the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl XLVIII, Super Bowl XLVIII, in a 43-8 curb stomping of Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos, going into that game, the narrative was about the Seattle Seahawks and the Legion of Boom and Marshawn Lynch and Russell Wilson. Oh yeah, he's along for the ride. Going up against Peyton Manning, 55 touchdown passes, NFL record, Denver Broncos. That was the storyline. That was the national narrative there. And the narrative was that Russell Wilson was not a top-tier quarterback. There's still some of that rhetoric today. And when I get defensive about it, it's not because he's my favorite player. It's because it's ridiculous. He was clearly a great player, which the video and the numbers and the competition in that division and with his offensive line, you watch the games, he is on that level. Well, I watched that game with people. One of my great friends. He controlled the clock in the first quarter. They scored 27 points on their first 5 possessions of that game. Field goal, touchdown. Then I think there was a kneel down before half, then a punt, and then touchdown. So I guess 6 possessions, 27 points on 6 possessions. Peyton Manning, well, he had a snap go over his head to start the game. That's a safety, and he threw a pick 6. And he scored 8. So Peyton Manning had 0. Now, Peyton was facing a better defense, sure. But it was very obvious who the best quarterback on the field was. When Joe Montana and the 84 49ers curb stomped Dan Marino in his Wilt Chamberlain season in 1984, did we just say, oh, yeah, but Marino's obviously way better. He's just, he was a better quarterback that day, but he just went against a better defense. No, we didn't make those exceptions. And we don't do that now. Russell Wilson was a better quarterback on that day than Peyton Manning. Yeah, the fact that he didn't have to go against the LOB helped. But Russell Wilson on that day would have done a better job than 0 points against the LOB. He would have had negative points. He wouldn't have scored. Is that what the video showed you? So, on my point of admitting and owning your biases here, people still to this day, and people I watched the game with said, nah, he barely had, he had like 120 yards and no touchdowns, and they had a 29-0 lead. Well, yeah, that's true, but that's because you were trying to confirm your bias going into the game. Fact of the matter is, he was moving the ball down the field, making a lot of third down plays, leading to a field goal, touchdown. And then through touchdowns, well, is it his fault that Peyton Manning couldn't get anything going? Not really. So I saw the game like, hey, Russell played great and should have won the MVP and didn't. And others saw the game as, well, even to this day, he was, he was just along for the ride. Meanwhile, Lynch did nothing that game. And sometimes there were 8 in the box to stop him, but other times there were not. Wilson just made the plays.